name's Liz Pichon and I write and draw all the Tom Gates books. And this year is a very special year because it's been 10 whole years since the very first Tom Gates book was published, which was called The Brilliant World of Tom Gates. And this year in February, you've got a brand new book coming out called 10 Tremendous Tales. And as part of the celebrations, I'm going to be reading to you a little excerpt from 18 of the books. That's right, 18. Have you read them all, I wonder? There's a lot of them. So I thought I'd read you a little bit from this book, which is called Biscuits, Bands and Very Big Plans. And this one, I like this one because it's slightly, the paper's much thicker than the others because there are some parts in this book which we kind of encourage people, if it's your own book, obviously, don't draw on anyone else's book or in the library or anything, get me in trouble. But this book you could actually do extra doodles and things in. And Tom actually keeps a diary in this book as well. So I'm going to read you a little bit from his diary. Here goes. Dear Diary, since I've been in the choir, I have learnt a lot of things. Some of them were a bit of a surprise. Surprise face. 1. Being in a choir is more fun than I expected. 2. A dress rehearsal doesn't mean you have to wear a dress. It was news to Brad Galloway too. 3. Clapping and singing at the same time is harder than it looks. 4. Even Marcus Meldrew can't sing out of tune all the time. We had our last rehearsal today, missing a bit of our lesson, which was a bonus. It was spelling. It feels like we've practiced about 5 million times, but we keep making mistakes. Not as many as the recycled orchestra, though, who are sounding really wonky. So together, we've been making Mrs. Knapp and Mr. Sprocket look worried and tired at the end of rehearsals. Mrs. Knapp said, "Oh, whose idea was it to have a recycled gong?" I think it was yours, Mr. Sprocket told her. The gong was made from a dustbin lid that was hung up from a frame, and someone has to hit it to make it go boing. So far, this hasn't happened at the right time. And when it does work, it actually sounds quite good. We've all been given special t-shirts to wear for the competition. There's a letter on the front of each one. And when we're standing in the right order, the t-shirts spell out Oakfield School Choir. Like that. There you go. Some t-shirts have stars on them, and I've got one of those, so I'm happy about that. Marcus has an I on his, and he says it stands for Interesting Person. I told him it could also stand for idiot, which he didn't think was very funny. Was a bit funny. Mrs. Knapp told us all to go home and get lots of sleep. Rest your voices so you'll be feeling tippity-top. Derek and I were puzzled because we weren't sure what that meant. Then Amy told us she wants us to be at our best. It makes sense now. I'll do my best. Bye, from Tom. See if I can read another bit. Dear Diary, Delia has been hogging the sofa and the TV a lot lately. I tried to get her to move by colouring my fingers purple with a pen and waving them near her face saying, "Look, I've got purple fingers, purple fingers, purple fingers." It's the kind of thing you do. But she didn't budge at all. It was a mistake to use that pen though, because I can't get it off, and washing my hands hasn't worked either. I've got purple fingers for real now. Looks like I'm stuck with purple fingers for the choir competition. If I wave my hands around a lot, maybe no one will notice. Mum is more excited about the competition than I am. She said, "Oh, I can't wait to hear you all singing." I'd forgotten she'd agreed to come along as a helper too. "Just remember to enjoy yourself, Tom," Mum told me. Then Delia called out from the sofa, "You might as well, because the audience won't." Mum told her off for that comment, so it was worth it. Bye, from Tom. So there you go. That's a little bit from Biscuit, Bands and Very Big Plans with purple fingers. Bye.